Skyscrapers are breaking new height records, massive tunnels are creating new transportation links, and huge bridges are spanning larger distances than ever before. Tremendous engineering and infrastructure projects are being built or are on the way to completion. Before a megaproject is approved, a specific set of circumstances must be taken into account. A blueprint or a shortcut for constructing a world-changing megaproject does not exist. Indeed, each one must be planned and constructed from the ground up, often in the face of significant red tape and criticism. We have compiled a list of some of the most spectacular megaprojects around the globe. They are called megaprojects for a reason, and when they say big, they mean big. Before we continue, please make sure to like this video and do let us know in the comment section which of these megaprojects is your favorite. Number 9. Great Man-Made River Project, Libya. Libya's population growth and severe drought have put a strain on the country's water supply, particularly because it lacks a renewable water source and relies heavily on groundwater to meet its needs. During oil explorations in the deserts of southern Libya in the 1950s and 1960s, large amounts of groundwater were discovered in aquifers. To make up for the shortfall of conventional supplies, Libya's government, led by Gaddafi, embarked on the world's largest civil engineering project, the Great Man-Made River Project, to green the country's northern deserts. Gaddafi declared that he would turn the desert as green as the Libyan Jamahiri's flag. The GMR has been dubbed as the world's largest irrigation project. Since 1991, the project has provided much-needed irrigation and drinking water to populous cities and farming areas in Libya's north, which were previously reliant on desalination plants and declining rain-fed aquifers near the coast. When completed, it will irrigate over 350,000 acres of agricultural land and significantly increase drinking water availability in most of Libya's urban areas. The project is expected to be completed in 2030. Number 8. Riyadh's Metro Megaproject. Part of one of the largest infrastructure megaprojects in Saudi Arabia, the Riyadh Metro project began construction in April 2014, with tunneling work on Line 1 having begun in July the following year. The metro began testing in August 2018 and is expected to open in mid-2021. Riyadh's population was 5.7 million people in 2012 and is expected to rise to 8 million by 2030. The new metro system is expected to meet the growing population's needs while also reducing traffic congestion and improving air quality. It will have a total length of 176 kilometers and 85 stations, with 6 metro lines. The project's construction would cost $22.5 billion. Number 7. California High-Speed Rail. This megaproject is planned to link Anaheim Regional Transportation Intermodal Center and Union Station in downtown Los Angeles to the Salesforce Transit Center in San Francisco through the Central Valley, reducing travel time to 2 hours and 40 minutes at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour. The system would eventually reach Sacramento in San Diego, totaling 1,300 kilometers and including up to 24 stations. The train will be fully electric, operated entirely by renewable energy, and capable of reaching speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. The rail line is expected to be completed by 2030. Number 6. Al Maktoum International Airport, Dubai. This is Dubai after all. It's not just a better airport, it's the very best, or at the very least, the world's largest. Isn't it true that the biggest is the best? The Dubai Aviation Engineering Project, an independent body responsible for the planning and construction of Dubai's airports, began an expansion project at Dubai World Center, also known as Al Maktoum International Airport. The $32.67 billion expansion project, which was approved in 2014, is expected to make Al Maktoum Airport the world's largest in terms of size and seating capacity by 2050. This will also relieve pressure on Dubai International Airport, the country's first airport, which is projected to handle 100 million passengers and has limited room for expansion. Over the next 6 to 8 years, the expansion will be carried out in 2 stages. Once it is completed, the airport will be able to accommodate more than 220 million passengers a year. The very first part of the DWC Airport expansion project began in early 2017, and the terminal's expansion was finished a year later. Number 5. Dubailand. Nothing is ever achieved on a small scale in Dubai, and Dubailand, the world's largest theme park, is no exception. It was estimated to cost more than $64 billion when it was first revealed in 2003. The global financial crisis slowed things down and development was suspended for 5 years in 2008. However, things are now back on track and work on the set of parks, malls and other attractions is well underway. The project is expected to be finished in 2025. Many different parks including Disney World, Six Flags, Marvel Superheroes, DreamWorks, Universal and a massive Ferris wheel were supposed to be part of Dubailand, but many of them fell out for various reasons. When the park finally opens, however, there will be plenty to keep visitors occupied, including eco-tourist hotels and the world's largest shopping mall. Number 4. London Crossrail. A city of around 10 million citizens with built infrastructure long before anyone imagined the city would grow so large in terms of population and geography. Despite having one of the best subway systems in the world, London's infamous underground is insufficient for the city's needs. For the new Elizabeth line, Crossrail is constructing 26 miles of new tunnels underneath the city, as well as 40 new stations to serve the 500,000 riders expected each day. This corresponds to a 10% increase in rail capacity in London. The $23 billion rail system requires many upgrades to the current fleet of trains, including air conditioning, walk-through carriages, and energy-efficient braking systems that regenerate electricity to minimize the total energy required to run the trains by 30%. Number 3. One Zarb Megaproject. The new addition to Dubai skyline is a mixed-use two-tower project with a horizontal link, housing one of the world's largest cantilevers, designed by Nick & Sakay and built by Ithra Dubai. One Zarb Tower is currently under construction and is expected to be completed by the end of the year. The project is close to Dubai's International Financial Center, International Airport, the Gold Soaks of Deira, and is located at a crossroads between the old and new city. One Zarb's groundbreaking architecture features twin skyscrapers that rise over a total built-up area of 470,700 square meters. Tower A, with a height of 300 meters, will house offices and a hotel, making it the world's first vertical resort, while Tower B, with a height of 235 meters, will be mainly residential units. Number 2. Jubail II. Jubail is a city that has been constructed from the ground up. It was developed in the 1970s and has since risen from the sands of Saudi Arabia to become the world's largest industrial region, with plans to expand further. Jubail II is a 22-year-old industrial city project with an $11 billion expansion budget that began in 2014. It will have at least 100 manufacturing plants, an 800,000 cubic meter desalination facility, miles of railways, roads and highways, and an oil refinery capable of producing at least 350,000 barrels per day when it is completed. The project is expected to wrap up in 2024. The earthworks alone would necessitate the transportation of more than 30 million cubic meters of aggregates, as well as the construction of nearly 4-meter-wide pipes to transport water from the sea to the industrial facilities at a rate of 200,000 cubic meters per hour. Around 50,000 residential properties will be added as part of the expansion by 2026. Number 1. International Space Station. Every 92 minutes, the International Space Station orbits the globe. It was designed by a collaboration of 15 countries and 5 space agencies. In order to make it a reality, former foes, particularly the United States and Russia, had to put aside decades of bitter political rivalry aside, while achieving enormously difficult and delicate technological feats. The first module was released in 1998, and despite the fact that it was officially completed in 2011, we continue to add to it in order to expand it. There are already plans for a new docking adapter and an airlock module, but with the station expected to be operational until at least 2025, there will undoubtedly be more. Over the next 10 years, the ISS will be converted from a research facility to one of the most exclusive vacation destinations. That's our video for today, folks. What are your thoughts about it? I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, then give it a thumbs up and ring the notification bell button for our latest updates. If you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, please let us know. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time.